Hello and welcome to another Xterra video where I work on my truck. Sometimes I'm successful, sometimes I'm not. And on today's video I'm gonna be installing more lights on my truck. I know it's crazy, but I have a place where to put them. And where I want to install my lights, it's in the rear of the truck, which gonna be acting as a backup lights and a stop light. And this is the lights that I got, so let me show you guys. And this is the lights, guys. They're pretty big actually. First I saw them on Amazon, but this light leads up in white color as a backup lights, and this like a X, a cross over here. Over there I saw them in amber and white, but I actually was looking for red light, and these the ones I found on eBay. So they also have them in blue, so that's where I want to install. I want to install these lights to act as the backup lights, and the red light over here as a stop light. So now let's literally do a bench test because it's on a bench. So the black wire over here is my negative, and the yellow wire should be the red light over here. So let's connect that to the battery and that's how it looks. It looks actually pretty good. So now I'm gonna switch to the red wire, which for the white lights, and that's pretty bright as well. Now the lights also come with a template, so that should be helpful to mark it. And it also comes with some hardware, which I'm probably gonna replace. Maybe not, we'll see. And this is where I'm planning and hoping to install these lights. I might be installing them like that or like that actually. This could be good as well, or maybe like that. We'll see where I have more space. So now I'm gonna work on that, figuring out where and how actually gonna mount it. I maybe end up mounting them like that or like that if I have space, like I said. Now to wire it up, I'm actually thinking to wire up to my backup light and my stop light. These lights, they should not draw too much power, so I don't think I'm gonna have any issues with the fuses. And also that way, whenever I press the brakes, this light's gonna activate. Whenever I press the reverse lights, this gonna activate. That way these lights always gonna be active, rather than if I was to just wire it up them to the switch, then how often I'm gonna be remembering to flip the switch for a brake or something. So at least that's a plan. So let me work on that and I'll show you guys the progress. So after giving it some thought, I'm actually gonna mount it like that, and to make my life easier I'm gonna just level it with this bumper. So this is gonna be my height, and then I'm just gonna keep the same distance from this corner over, which I'm probably gonna keep it somewhere around 1/3 of an inch over here. So gonna put both of them in place, level them, mark the where I need to make the holes and the cutout, and gonna get my Dremel tool and start cutting this. So after doing some measurements, I think I got it where it's supposed to be. So that's where I'm gonna mount them. So gonna start making the holes. I believe I made it straight on both sides, but cannot be too perfect anyways. So yeah, we'll be back once I'll cut the holes. First I'm gonna start by making 4 holes in each corner with a drill bit. That way it's gonna be easier for me to start cutting with a Dremel tool. So yeah, so let's do that. And of course, before anything, gotta make sure that there is nothing behind it, so you can actually mount the lights in there. But in my case, it's all clear. Well, now I have a giant hole in my bumper. So let's see if the light will fit in there. We might have to trim a little bit more. And yeah, it's a little bit too tight. So I'm gonna trim a little bit more, make sure it fits. Alright, and after slight adjustments and enlarging the hole, the lights are in, and I think they'll fit pretty perfect. So now I'm gonna work on the other side, cut it out over there, and then gonna start wiring this up. So in the next step, I'm gonna be working on getting the wire from here for 2 lights, for the stop light, for the reverse light and the stop lights, to my new lights over here. And yeah, I'll show you guys how I wire it up, if it's gonna work. So after testing with the voltmeter, this is gonna be my positive trigger wire for the reverse lights, and this wire we hit the green with the yellow line is gonna be my positive for the brake lights. So now I'm gonna tap in 1 wire into here and 1 wire into here and start working getting this to my lights. And the negative, I'm just gonna wire up to the frame somewhere. Using a 2-conductor wire, I'm gonna send a signal down there. For my red is gonna be my reverse lights, and the black one is gonna be a wire for the stop lights. And I'm using this just simple tap pins. Now I'm gonna tape this all up nicely, so this is all should be good. Okay, so I have my wire over here. I honestly don't think I'm gonna blow a fuse by using this wiring. Hopefully not, because I've seen people wire up lights in here and wire it up to just a regular reverse and a backup lights here, and they had no issue for months and years. So that's what I'm gonna do. If I ever blow a fuse, hopefully not, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna disconnect all of this. I'm gonna still use this wire, but I'm gonna wire up to the relays. So this wire is gonna be my triggers to the relays, and I'm gonna run a separate power from my fuse panel, and that's how I'm gonna make it. Maybe it's the right thing to do from the beginning, but I'm really pretty sure that this is gonna be fine like that. So on each lights I actually put in these connectors, quick disconnect. That way I can always remove the lights and just unplug the wires. I'm not gonna have to remove all the wiring over there. So I think that's somewhat a smart idea, maybe, maybe not. And I'm also marking my cables. The red one is for the red light and the white one is for the white light. So now this is almost ready to get installed. Now I'm gonna start working on my wire coming from the both lights where they're all gonna meet up. And yeah, this is done as well. So my red wire is gonna be on my red, the negative gonna go on my negative, and the white wire is gonna be for my white lights. So now I can heat shrink this all or just tape it up really nice, and yeah, I can mount this light already. Now these lights, they have a big gap all the way around, and I'm afraid that the water is gonna go in. So what I'm doing, I have a ultra clear silicone, and I'm just putting it inside there and just cleaning it all up. I mean, it's gonna show a little bit. It might show a little bit of silicone, but once it dries, it's gonna be all good. I'd rather have good protection with it than just water going in. Hey guys, it's getting dark, so it's a perfect time to test the lights. So first we're gonna test the brakes. So let's see if they're gonna come on. All right, look at that. That looks great. I really like it. So now that it's dark, I got out over here and I'm gonna test my reverse lights. So let me open the window so there's no reflection. Looking straight into the mirror when I put in reverse, because that's basically what I'm gonna be seeing, right? So right now I'm in reverse. I can see better on the camera over here, but in my mirrors for the backup lights, as you can see, I'm in reverse. I'm not lying. The camera shows better over here than on the mirrors. Over there on the mirror I barely see anything. On this mirror, side mirror, I see barely anything. I see a little bit, but not a whole lot. And the dog is barking over there. Sorry, dog. So, but now we're gonna test it with new lights that I connected. Alright, so now I'm gonna put in reverse with the new auxiliary lights in place. And you can see the difference right away. Wow. What a difference does it make, guys. I can clearly see what's behind me on here. And I can, let me open up the window because of reflection, and I can see much better over there. What a difference it makes. Wow. What a difference it makes. That's pretty good. Wow. If I look behind me, I can see everything is illuminated with those lights. So now if I turn the reverse
off, and that's how it without the lights. And this is how much lights it outputs. Amazing. Wow, I'm happy.
Alright guys, the installation is complete and the lights are tested, and I'm really happy how the lights are performing. The output, the light output is really great. I was not expecting that much of a difference, but it's really awesome. And to install them was not that too hard anyways, so that's good as well. And to my surprise, they're not that expensive either. So as always, I'm gonna try to leave all the links in the description. I'm gonna leave the one where I bought them, so maybe you guys want to check them out as well. So on this note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you might find it helpful, and as always, until next time, everybody, bye.